What's up, folks? Welcome back to another day in my Minecraft world. I have a lot to show you today. Today we're going to be building an iron farm, but before we get into that, I wanted to show you what I've been doing down in the mines. Down in the mines here, this was the room that we had for the mines. Over here is where I have been doing my mining. Basically what I do is I dig a tunnel until I hit something or don't feel like digging anymore. I move over 2 blocks, and then I dig a tunnel back. So I've been doing that over here, but over here is starting to get a little bit confusing. It's a little unorganized. So instead of reorganizing this and starting over, I can't really go very far that way because that's where the ravine is. Over here, I started a whole new section, a lot more organized. Let me show you something at the end of it though. So I was doing the exact same thing I did way down there. Dig a tunnel, move over 2, dig back. Move over 2, move over 2, move over 2. Keep doing that. That way, you're always seeing these 2 walls. I cleaned all this up because it was starting to get a little unorganized back here as well. So after I had gotten it all cleaned up, I started doing some mining again. Went down, and I started coming back. And as I was coming back, I started hearing this this familiar squishy sound. And when I finally broke through to this side, there was a slime bouncing around down here. So I thought that was really cool. So somewhere down here, we have a slime chunk. So we're going to have to come back to that in a future video, and we're going to have to start digging this out and maybe get a slime farm going. But for now, we're going to go back up and we're going to start showing you the meat and potatoes of this video. But of course, before we go up there and show you what's going on, I wanted to show you what I got down here. Down here, we got a whole bunch of cobblestone and andesite. All the other blocks I just threw away. I don't like granite, don't like whatever the white and black one is. I hate that one. And up in here is all of the resources that I collected. Almost 6 stacks of lapis, some flint, a bunch more coal, almost a stack and a half of diamonds. That looting pickaxe really comes in handy. We got some iron, which we won't be really mining that very often. And while I was going along, I picked up some gold too. So this is all the stuff that we got down there. I thought it was a pretty good run. I spent a whole lot of time down here doing all this. Up to the surface. So what we're doing today is we are building an iron farm. Now I had been trying to figure out which one that I wanted to do. I'm following along with a guide. Now I was going to build this larger one, and I thought was really cool. But then just yesterday, one of the Minecraft YouTubers I follow on YouTube, Chapman, uploaded a video about a very small iron farm that apparently is pretty efficient. So we are going to be following along with his build. Now the first thing I needed to do was scout out a location. I wanted it over here so that way we can I want to build a bridge from our forever house, which is over there, to here, just because I thought it would be pretty cool to have a bridge over the water. So I decided we're gonna build this right over here, right next to where James is. You can hear him in there. James? Hey. James is a little anxious to get out of there. So this is the area that I scouted out. It's far enough away from what I'm considering now a villager breeder so that it won't have any type of an effect on production. Now this is what you need to build one of the villager pods. This is all you need, it's just one. Once the whole thing is complete, I'm going to be building another one. That's why I have double up here. So what we're first going to do is we're going to drop 7 temporary blocks. And then an 8th one, which is going to be a block of glass. We're going to have the zombie right here, and all of our iron is going to funnel this way. So this is the direction we want to place our beds. So facing this way, we're going to come over here. We're going to put a temporary block there with the bed. You want the pillows facing that way. We're going to do the same thing on this side. I found it easier to build up another column of temporary blocks. So just like over there, put our bed there, and then finally a temporary block over here, followed by your final bed. So that way we have this V shape right here like that. Okay, it's a good thing I built up that second column because right here is where he says you want to put 2 pieces of glass like that. Then our water source can go right there like that. Then we're going to come up here on top of our glass. We're going to take our trapdoors and we're going to lay down 5 of them. So 1 here, 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 just like that. And then right above this pillow, 2 temporary blocks, remove the bottom one, and we want to get a trapdoor right on the bottom of that other temporary block. So I went ahead and came down. I'm going to build up another column, then we're going to drop our last trapdoor right there like that. And then we can go ahead and start removing our temporary blocks like this. Now's the point where you want to start getting your villagers up in there. You can do this however way you want. You can use rails if you have them. You can use this boat if you have them. You could even put a workstation up there to kind of like lure them in, seeing as how this one doesn't have a job. You might go up there and pathfind to it. But I'm going to wait till nighttime, and then I'm going to break this boat. Hope he just pathfinds his way up to that. I have the trap door up there opened up for him so he can get head in and make his way up to the beds. And then I'm just going to build up a column here so that I can get up there and close it. So he ran home to this bed. Found out why he ran back. Because there are beds back there, and that's where his bed is. So I brought all 3 villagers over here in boats. I went over there and I destroyed 3 of the beds. Now there's only 4 beds. The only place for them to go is up there to their bed. Alright, it is now nighttime. I'm hoping... Will this work? It worked. Okay, so now while they are sleeping, we are going to go ahead and put 2 temporary blocks on top of the glass here, and we're going to follow that with a block of glass there. That is to keep them from bouncing all over the place and jumping out. So again, while they are sleeping, we are going to come around here and we are going to place a temporary block there. So now that we have this here, we're going to come out a total of 4 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the gap that we need for our zombies. So we're going to come back down. We're going to put a temporary block there, right there on the bottom like that. And we need our slab on the top half of this block. So that way we have a gap of 4 plus this. Then we're going to put another temporary block right on top of this, and then we're going to surround that on the bottom with the rest of our slabs. Just like that. So this right here is where the zombie is going to go. So that way there's a 4 block gap. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the zombie. Okay, so now this is going to be a little bit difficult. The reason being is we need a zombie. 1 zombie. But not just any particular zombie. We need this zombie up there, and we need him to not despawn. Now, one way to do that is with a name tag, just like with this guy. That's why he hasn't despawned. I named him. I don't have any more name tags left. I used them on the cats and him. So I took an iron helmet over to the anvil, and I named it Ed. So we need to find a zombie that we can toss this to, and he'll take it and put it on. And if with the one that takes it and puts it on, that's the one that we need. So I'm going to need to lure him up these stairs, like this. I need to turn around so that he's coming up. So once he comes up here, I need to real quickly cage him in so he can't get out. And then to cap this off so he doesn't burn in the daytime. As long as we're standing here waiting for nighttime, which is any minute now, I decided on this layout. So the villagers are here, Ed will be here, and then another set of villagers will be here. And all of our iron will end up over here. Once they start seeing Ed and get afraid of Ed, they'll start summoning golems, they'll get burned up, and all the iron will end up here. So from the Forever House, we'll put an opening here and a bridge over the water so we can come over here, grab all the iron we need, and then that would be that. I need you to take this and put this on. I need somebody to put that on. There, that's the one. You're my guy. Come on, my guy. You need to come up here. Alright, we're gonna get a whole bunch of you, aren't we? There we go. Alright, my guy is in. Alright, we need to make room for my guy. Where's my guy? I think I killed my guy. It is still early enough in the night. I can run over there and get another helmet. They're both gone. Well, that stinks. Oh, wait, here comes another contender. Will you be the one? Come on. You need to be the one. You did not take the helmet. There's a skeleton riding a spider. That is cool, kind of cool. Come on up. Nope, nope, get in the hole. There we go. That was very, very frustrating. There are mobs. Uh-oh. All of my villagers are dead. Okay, folks. I don't know how it happened, but tragedy struck. All the remaining villagers have died, along with a traveling salesman. Somehow, spawns got inside. That's a shame. So now what we need to do is anywhere under where the villagers are, we need to count up 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you still have this in place. If not, just build up some temporary blocks. And we want a 3 like that. Then we're going to put a temporary in the corner. And then another 3 more right there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fill this empty section in with our builder blocks. This is going to be where the water and the lava is going to be for the iron golem. And we can remove the temporary. Now we're going to get up on the platform. And on this back wall here, probably should have built this up here, but we need a temporary block right there, and then we can place wall blocks. We need 4 on each side, so they come all the way to the glass, like that. Like that, and then you can remove the temporary block. So now we can finish up our 2-high wall. Needs to go all the way around. So this is what it should look like. We'll have a 2-high wall of glass going all the way around to both edges. Now the reason that we're using glass is so that way the iron golem don't spawn on the glass. Because if we used a block here, they could spawn on that, and since they're so wide, they could get stuck inside this wall and end up getting pushed out. And then you'll have an iron golem lumbering around, and we don't want that because we want the iron golems to be spawned and then die. If we have one that's lumbering around, then the villagers won't spawn anymore. Then you want to take 4 more pieces of glass and put this little 1 high here on the corner here. Then you want to get your signs ready. I'm gonna put 1 there, 1 there, 1 here, and finally 1 here. Now this area right in here, that's where we're gonna dump our lava. Like that. You see our lava it stays inside that 1 block because of these signs. Next, we're gonna take our water bucket and we're gonna place it right on this block. Make sure you don't put it back here. You want it just right there, so that way it only flows this way and not out there. And this is pretty much all of the hard stuff done. Once the villagers start seeing Ed over here, they'll start getting scared and they'll start summoning iron golems. They're gonna spawn right in here. The water is gonna flow them this way, and since they can't fit through that hole, they're just gonna stay here, and they're gonna get burnt up by this lava. Now we're not going to because we're only 2 blocks high, but the iron golems, they're up into the 3rd height. So their head is gonna sit there and burn up, and then their goodies are gonna just fall right down through this hole where it can be collected in a chest. Now, one more thing we need to do up here is we need a piece of glass right on top of that trap door. So we're going to place a temporary block there, and another one right there, and right there like that. And you can go ahead and remove all of this. He did say in the video that you may have issues with this bed right here where the thing stops, so you might have to switch this bed around. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that now while I'm here. So just like that. Close this door, and then go ahead and put your glass back on top. And that should be everything that needs to be done up top. Everything else should be finished. So we can go ahead and start removing some of this dirt. I'm gonna get this and climb down. Get rid of all this. And I put some temporary blocks like that. I'm gonna drop a double chest here. And then a hopper going in it from behind. Oop. Shift click. When the golems die, the iron will drop into here and go into the chest. The only thing that we have left to do now is take care of Ed. We gotta make sure that Ed is visible to the villagers, but also that he's not gonna burn up in the sun. I can't remember. There should be a slab on top of him, but I can't remember. Hey, Ed. Nope, there's no slab on top. So we put a slab on top of him just like that. Hey, I'm trying to help you. Now, I just noticed in his video, he has a piece of glass 1 block above this. So I'm going to do a temporary block and a piece of glass like that. So now we are going to go ahead and remove everything that's temporary. I want to make what happened? Okay, so very important thing. When I got the zombie up in here, I guess I was trying to get him trapped in too quickly, and I had him trapped on this instead of in there, which is where he should have been. He should have been in there. So, I now have to go catch another zombie. Okay, so here's how this is gonna go. We're doing this again. Lure the zombie up here. He follows me. I hop up, put another temporary block to get up here, close this, now he can't get out. Then I box him in and I put a slab on top of his head. Ha! Got him! Okay, folks, the sun is going down again. We're going to try this one more time. What I need to do is I need to take a look at Ed here. Ed needs a... and then over top of that, we need a piece of glass so nothing can spawn there. Next, now that I am positive that he is where he needs to be, look at that, good, he's in the spot he needs to be. Now I made my way around the back here. You can see that he's right in the spot where he needs to be. So here's what I did. I need to get this stuff out of here as fast as possible so that no iron golems will spawn on any of this stuff. So I went ahead and I put this up here in front of the villagers so they can't see the zombie when I start taking all of this away. So they still don't see him, which is good. Alright, there it goes. Like that. Now they should be... I don't understand why they don't see the zombie. I don't think the zombie sees them either. Okay, I need to rewatch the video and make sure and see what I did wrong. I'll be right back. Okay, folks, I think I know what I did wrong. This block right here, this glass block. Oh, wait, maybe that's not what I did wrong. Maybe I just needed to give it a moment. Well, he doesn't have that in his video, so I'm gonna leave it go with that. So I just emptied out the chest of everything that was in there. I got this little AFK hut right here. I'm gonna go ahead and block myself in. It is 4 o'clock now. I'll be back at 5 o'clock, and we'll go ahead and see what we got in there after an hour. Okay, folks, it has been an hour. Video stay time. 1 hour. Ooh, must be just morning. I don't know if there's any other mobs. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. 1 hour. 8. That don't seem right. Trial and error, folks. Trial and error. I had an escapee. One of these guys. I wanted to flip this bed around back to the way it was originally. Thinking maybe that was my problem. I came out after the 1 hour... After the 1 hour AFK session, and there was only 8 iron in the chest. So, summoning again. So it seems like they're summoning again. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into the AFK box and see if we can do another hour and see what happens. So, see you in another hour. Okay, folks, I found out what's wrong with it. I came up here and you see that's where the villagers are. Come straight across. They're eye level with this block. They're not eye level with the zombie. They can't really see it all that well. I put this in the wrong spot. So I had the spacing wrong, and I placed my my slab in the wrong place. So from the bed, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then put a temporary block there. Then you want your slab on this block, the top half. And then you put a temporary block in the center of that slab. Then you surround this temporary block with slabs. So like that. So standing right here in it, you can see we're looking straight at the villagers. I had this up 1 block too high. So these guys would only really see them when they were bouncing up and down. So when they went to sleep, they weren't in eyesight of the zombie anymore. So that's what the problem was this whole time. At least that's what I'm hoping anyway. So now I have to go through this process of getting a zombie up here again. Haha. There we go. Ed's in the hole and can't get out now. Right, Ed? You're stuck? Anything? I want to say that they're panicking. It kind of looks like they're panicking, doesn't it? Which is a good thing, as mean as that sounds. He's dead. So I'm going to go ahead and collect what was in there. And I'm going to go AFK for an hour again. It is currently 6:15. That's 6:15 p.m. I'll be back in an hour, and I'll see you guys at 7:15. So when we have golems spawning on there, they hop down onto this wall. And as long as there's a golem in the area, they're not going to summon another one. So, and especially at nighttime, when there's other mobs around, he'll hop down and go after the other mobs. So there's all that lost time right there. So I'm going to see if I can climb up there and remedy that. How about that? Will the torch work? Okay, the torch works. So in theory, they should not be able to summon a golem up there anymore. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Empty out the crate. It is currently 6:30. I am going to go ahead and AFK for another hour. Yep, still works. See you at 7:30. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, folks? An iron golem spawned on top of that. It's a slab. Don't know how that happens, but we're going to have to fix that. You need to go. So it seemed like it was another mistake on my part. I put that slab on the top half of the block that was holding him in. So since that became a top slab, it was then spawnable. Now that it's a bottom slab, it's no longer spawnable. So we'll see. I hear an iron golem lumbering around. There's an iron golem on the ground. That's weird though, because every time I put the headphones on, I heard one up here going off. Let's check and see inside here what we got. We got... Oh, you're kidding me. Really? Okay, folks. I think I finally figured out what is going on and what's making this thing not work. First thing I did was, you see down there, I put some torches down. I forgot these two areas, but I covered all the glass and the stone walls. I couldn't put torches on these because these are on lower halves of blocks, so nothing can spawn on there anyway. Then what I did was I went back into the little hut that I made, and I stayed there, and in an hour I came back out, and there was yet another iron golem stumbling around. So I built this little tower and this glass enclosure up here so I could see, and I left it sit here, and I left it on the screen for an hour, and I kept coming back and looking, and there was nothing laying around here. So it has been just over an hour now. So, in one full hour, oh man, look at all that. That is not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stacks plus 9 of iron. That is amazing. I'm never going to have another iron issue ever again. So now whenever I need iron, all I have to do, like say once or twice before I go to bed, build this tower up into the glass enclosure up there, and I'm good to go. And since they're considered solid blocks, the phantoms can't see me or get me up there. So that's great too, so I can just hang up there and it can go day-night cycles over and over again and nothing can happen. I am not going to do another 8-hour AFK test. So if we go for 11 stacks times 11, that's 88 stacks of iron. I don't think I'm ever going to want for iron ever again, which is awesome. So now what I gotta do, between now and the next shoot, I'm gonna go and get some more villagers. So that's gonna sum it up for this one. So Chappy, my man, it is a great early game iron farm. Once I go over and get some more villagers and build another one of these pods over there, I think it's gonna be even better. So until the next one, Den out.